What's going on, everybody? It's me, Truck Driver Sean. We're now on episode 3 of Rigs That Don't Suck, where I take just things in my collection and build a rig that, well, in my opinion, doesn't suck. Yes, not every day. Something gonna be super cheap that's in it, so I get that. Doesn't mean it doesn't suck. Just means some parts of it might be a little pricey. But I'm old as shit. I'm 48 years old, so I've had time to amass stuff. Stuff. So the guitar I'm using today is the last of my Solars, and it will be with me forever because there's magic in this guitar. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't care. That fretboard on this thing could crack almost in half and I'll keep it. So far, knock on whatever fake shit wood they use for these things. This thing has been amazing. It is an A2.6 PN, which stands for Pink Neon. That is going into the Mud Killer by Electric Eye Audio. And that's going into the Omega Obsidian on channel 3, the lead channel, if you want to call it that, which is going into my Jens-Benz cab, which I have loaded with Eminence DB77s, mic'd up with an SM57 by Sennheiser, I think. No, sure. I'm so used to using my Sennheiser mics that I forgot. Just Shure SM57. And that is going direct into my Zoom Q&A. Which, yes, I know everybody asks me, like, what do you really think about that? I'm trying to figure out how to do a decent review of that camera, which means I might have to break out my old camera to do a demo of the new camera. I don't know how that's going to work. I just don't. I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just talk about it, because I'm a dum-dum. I'm not really good at the whole editing thing, and I kind of pride myself on the fact I don't edit. I splice. Like, I'll record my jam, hit stop, and then do my talking part, hit stop, and then I stick them together. That is exactly all that there is. So, you're probably all wondering what a Mud Killer is, right? This is by Solar Guitars, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned it. Yeah, I did, because I said it was my last Solar. Nothing against Ola. Ola's good people. Just had a little qualm with the company, and unfortunately I just don't really represent their stuff anymore because I found something they did just not good. And it has nothing to do with Ola, oddly enough. If Ola could control everything, that company would be fucking massive, but Ola can't control everything, so the company is not. Well, for him, it probably is massive. But that is a Mud Killer by Electric Eye Audio. I don't care if your amp is almost 100% perfect. You'll be amazed at what this thing will do when you plug it in. It does a lot of stuff, and it hooks up 2 different ways, and you can even use it. So this is your amp switch. If you still want to use your clean channel, you can still do it. It's really amazing. As you can tell, I don't have too much going on with the knobs, but it's just enough where it takes the flavoring of that Omega. The Omega, trust me, doesn't need anything. The Omega by itself is just, that amp's just ignorant. There's a reason why, people will murder families in small countries to get one of those. It's because they're really that good. Unfortunately, they're expensive, but you kind of get what you pay for with those. I hate to say it, I hate to be that guy, but when you get to that level of amp, it's going to cost you some money. Sorry, it's just a fact, all right? It's like Monomyth, KSR, Fortin. He's a little overpriced, but he gives you something that's unique to Fortin, and it does take time and work. And yeah, maybe he did that work 20 years ago, but he did do that work 20 years ago. He did the work, all right? Those things are just going to be expensive. But yeah, that is the Mud Killer. So that's my rig that I use this week. It's a fucking pretty dope rig. I smile every time I play through that stupid fucking amp. I really love it. It has the ugliest faceplate known to mankind, but Mikey from Omega is going to have a little bit of a break. As you know, he works for Slipknot, or is it Paul? I can't remember which one. It's either Paul or Mike. And they're going to make me one that's going to look real cool that will sit in here, and it will kind of make it look different than all the ordinary amps that I have, because I really do think it should stand out. Like the Driftwood is sexy as hell, stands out from a mile away. The Hatred by Chaos stands out a mile away. I had my Mr. Hector done special for me by Eric. Thanks, Eric. The KSR lights up, does all kinds of crazy shit so it doesn't look ordinary. And then, the other ones are just, it's all black. Everything kind of looks the same. But they're going to fix that, which is going to be pretty dope. I might even see if I can get some of those aluminum knobs they have on some of the new amps from them. Push my luck while I can, right? But I love this amp. The guts of it are good. Who gives a fuck what it looks like, really, at the end of the day? It's just aesthetics for me. I want it to look good because, well, I think when you see my background, people should see, like, that's a fucking awesome amp. It shouldn't just bleed itself in and get confused with an angle. Nothing against angle, but it's not an Omega. Anyhow, I've rambled on long enough. Thank you all for tuning in and watching this series. I know that I get a lot of shit. It's a $3,000 amp. Of course it's going to sound good. Well, I got news for you. I plugged into a $5,000 amp a couple weeks ago that sounded like dog ass. Like, really, it was a horrible fucking sounding amp. So it's not how much you pay for an amp. Is it worth $3,000? Yes. The Omega stuff is worth the money they charge. Sorry, it just is. Am I glad I have it? Yep. Will I ever sell it? If someone gave me enough money to like buy something else plus another one, sure. But I'm not going to be without one. It's one of those amps. I might not use it every day, but that Omega is just great, especially if you're playing aggressive stuff. It's dialed in good for it. Like, I'm in standard tuning, just drop D. It sounds fantastic. But in this case, I'm using the Mud Killer for a little something different. That thing's pretty butthole tight. So I actually used the Mud Killer to loosen it up a little bit. Yeah, you didn't see that one coming, did you? But the Mud Killer, like I said, is a crazy versatile pedal. And for the money the guy wants for it, I mean, Silas doesn't want much for these. Give that dude your money. Not only that, he's an awesome guy. How awesome is he? The dude, like, legit donated a pedal for my 12 pedals of Christmas. How fucking awesome is that? I'm nobody. And I decided I was going to do this 12 pedals of Christmas, where every day leading up to Christmas I give away a pedal. And I'm nobody. And he's taking part in it. I don't take that shit lightly. I'm doing pretty good, though. I got like 7 of those 12 pedals already, and yeah, man, the pedals I'm giving away, y'all want to pay attention to that, because every single pedal is a bona fide killer. They're just so good, and they're by well-respected people. I'm very, very fortunate for the ones I've snagged so far. Yeah, but we're not here to talk about that. That's another date. You're going to see that more around like Thanksgiving time. You'll start to see the post where you need to start getting into the bucket of doom. Which, by the way, because I can't seem to find one, if anybody, when your kid's done trick-or-treating, I can't find one anywhere, but I want one of those skulls that have the handle on it. That's for collecting your candy when you go door-to-door trick-or-treating, so I can put a Santa hat on it. I just thought that would look kind of cool, put a white beard on them. You know, that's where I'll put all the names when people like want to put themselves in the drawing. And every day I'm going to pick a name out of the hat. 12 names, 12 pedals. It's as simple as that. There. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to talk about it, and there we go. Be more on that later on, though. We're looking into the future. Anyhow, Omega. All right? Again, my fat ass into the solar. Pink and neon. Into the Mud Killer. Into the Omega. Into the Gens Benz loaded with DB77s by Eminence. That goes right into, it's getting picked up by a Shure SM57. That goes into my QN8 by Zoom. All right. And I always forget the vocal mic. It's some shitty one I picked up. I bought expensive ones that didn't sound good. This fucker was $50 at Guitar Center. I don't even know what brand it is. Like Maziotti or something. I don't know. Sounds good. Works good. Cheap as all fuck. I love it. It's pretty sad when you got a cheap one that just really makes the expensive ones look stupid. I don't know how to explain it. Dumb luck, I guess. Alright. Thank you all for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next video. Got some awesome videos coming. Well, I think they're awesome. It's gear that I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I'm going to have a lesson coming up pretty soon, too. So keep your eye open, man. Yeah. Alright. Later. Keep music evil. Bring metal to the children. Don't be a dick. Subscribe to my shit for more fucked up videos like this. And stories about banging your mom. Later.